Archangel Michael says, there are moments when silence holds more power than words, and your recent act carried the kind of quiet strength that shook someone's guarded soul. They tried to ignore it, pretending it didn't matter, yet deep inside, something shifted. That small gesture, done without agenda, cracked the armor they spent years building around their heart. They thought they could stay cold, detached, untouched by your kindness. But when you moved with sincerity, without expecting anything back, it hit them in a place they thought had gone numb long ago. Every time they replay that moment in their mind, their pride trembles a little more. The mask they wear around others started to slip, revealing the ache they swore didn't exist. Now they find themselves remembering your tone, your expression, the calm in your eyes when you did what no one else dared to do. You didn't shout, you didn't demand, they just felt your truth. It was too real, too pure for their usual defenses. And though they've tried to act like it didn't affect them, the truth is, it did. It still does. They can't understand why their heart keeps replaying that instant like a song on loop. It wasn't grand, it was simple, but divine energy flowed through it. You became the mirror showing them what they've been missing all along. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Every time they see your name or hear your voice, a wave of unease rushes through them, because you remind them of authenticity. You remind them of everything they've buried under ego and fear. The connection they feel now wasn't planned, it wasn't desired. Yet it's real, haunting, and irreversible. Your act was born from compassion, not strategy. And that's what makes it so powerful. You didn't perform for attention, you simply acted from love. The moment you did, the universe shifted in your favor. Energy moved. Something in them broke open. They've tried to distract themselves with noise, work, and people, but nothing fills the sudden emptiness that surfaced after your gesture. That moment revealed what they truly feel but can't admit yet. You awakened their humanity. You touched their buried softness. And now, they feel pulled toward you in ways they can't explain. When they dream, they see you. When they sit alone, your energy surrounds them. It's not obsession, it's realization. The one they dismissed is the one their heart quietly longs for now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, do not be fooled by silence or distance. Their avoidance is not rejection, it's confusion. You stirred something sacred in them, and they're struggling to handle it. Their mind says one thing, but their spirit trembles every time they think of you. They told themselves they didn't care. But their body betrayed them, the quickened heartbeat, the restless nights, the subtle ache in the chest when they sense your absence. Every little detail you left behind, your kindness, your patience, your presence, lives rent-free in their soul. They didn't expect your small act to feel like divine intervention. Yet now, it's the anchor of their thoughts. It's what reminds them that not all people are cruel, not all love is manipulation, not all care comes with condition. You restored something they'd given up on. Behind their calm exterior, there's turmoil. They're realizing too late that your energy was a gift, and they mishandled it. The same ones who pretended not to notice are now haunted by the purity they once ignored. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They're beginning to understand that what they feel is rare. You didn't try to control or impress, you just were. That authenticity is disarming. It makes them question every relationship they've ever had. Because no one else gave them that feeling of being truly seen. Your act may have been small, but spiritually, it was colossal. Heaven noticed the intention behind it. You acted without expectation, and that's why it carried such divine weight. Every action born from pure love echoes across dimensions. Their soul recognized yours, even if their mind hasn't caught up yet. That's why they feel drawn to your energy even when they try to pull away. There's a resonance, a vibration they can't ignore. It's the silent reminder that they're supposed to heal, to grow, to soften. And you were the catalyst. You were sent not to chase them, but to awaken something forgotten inside them. The angels guided that moment because it was time for truth to surface. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Now, they're starting to see signs everywhere, numbers, dreams, songs that echo your name. It's not coincidence. It's divine reflection. The universe is showing them what their heart already knows, that your energy carries purpose. They think of you at random times, sometimes at dawn, sometimes when everything feels quiet. The silence that used to comfort them now feels heavy, because it's filled with memories of your presence. You became their emotional mirror. Your small act reminded them what grace feels like. And grace is hard to unsee once experienced. Even if they run, they'll always be tethered by the invisible thread that your kindness created. And though they may never admit it aloud, they've started to change. You were the quiet turning point in their story, the one moment that separated who they were from who they're meant to become. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, your purpose in their life was not to be recognized immediately. Some seeds take time to bloom. The silence you receive now is not punishment, it's processing. Their soul is rearranging itself to match the vibration you introduced. Soon, they'll understand what that moment truly meant. They'll see how your energy entered their life right when they needed it most. And when realization hits, it'll humble them. They'll remember the warmth in your gesture, and they'll wish they hadn't hidden behind pride. But don't wait for their confession. You already did your part. The universe saw your heart, and now blessings are aligning in your favor. Every act done from love is repaid in divine timing. The one who acted like they didn't care is learning a lesson in disguise, that love can't be ignored, only delayed. And when their heart finally breaks open fully, it'll echo your name. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The heavens are proud of your restraint. You didn't beg for attention or validation, you simply moved in truth. That's why angels are clearing paths for your elevation now. Every person who underestimated your light will witness your rise. They will see how grace moves differently. While they struggled with ego, you chose empathy. While they built walls, you built peace. And now, that peace is returning to you multiplied. Your act may have made them weak, but it made you stronger. You learned that love doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes, the quiet ones carry the most divine authority. You are being rewarded for your kindness, not because they see it, but because heaven saw it first. Archangel Michael has assigned protection over your life. No deception, no betrayal, no mask can block what's already destined for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They might never admit how deeply you affected them, but that's okay. Their denial cannot stop divine truth. Every time they suppress the memory, the universe sends a reminder, through dreams, words, or sudden emotions. You live in their energetic field. They replay your act in their mind like a movie scene that never fades. It wasn't just human, it was spiritual. Something inside them recognized your soul from lifetimes before. That's why it felt both new and familiar. Now, as they begin to soften, the angels are guiding you both toward healing. One of you carries guilt, the other carries grace. But both are part of the same lesson. You were never meant to lose anything from that connection, only to reveal what's pure. And what's pure can never be destroyed. It can only be hidden until the right time. That time is drawing near. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The next phase of your journey will reveal the true reason behind all this. Their emotions will surface when they least expect it, and that's when your energy will return to their awareness. They'll realize that pretending not to care was their biggest lie. The truth is, they always cared. They just didn't know how to handle the power of your presence. You triggered healing they weren't ready for. And sometimes, healing looks like distance. But even distance can't erase divine connection. You're being aligned with new blessings, people who value your quiet strength, opportunities that match your frequency. Every tear you shed in silence has watered the ground for miracles. Your kindness didn't go unnoticed, it echoed through dimensions. Heaven is multiplying your goodness back to you in ways you can't yet see. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Archangel Michael says, stay calm as old energies resurface. You're about to witness a full circle moment. The one who pretended not to care will face their reflection soon. And when they do, the truth will come flooding out. They'll remember your small act, the same one they ignored, as the day everything changed for them. They'll realize that no love story begins without recognition, and yours began with silence. That silence will now speak louder than words. You will see transformation, not only in them but in yourself. Your compassion awakened something celestial. You've passed a spiritual test that few can endure, showing love without losing yourself. And now, the universe rewards you with something greater than closure, its expansion. You're stepping into divine alignment where peace, abundance, and soul clarity become your new normal. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They're learning that not all strength looks like indifference. True strength is vulnerability, and you modeled it effortlessly. They tried to stay unmoved, but the energy of your heart dismantled every layer of resistance. Now, every time they think they're over it, a sign appears, your favorite song, a place you mentioned, a word that only you used. The universe won't let them forget, because there's still truth to be realized. The energy exchange between you two wasn't ordinary, it was divinely orchestrated. The timing, the setting, the words, all designed for awakening. You were meant to remind them of what love looks like when it's sacred. And soon, you'll see the fruits of your patience. Their apology may not come in words, but through their changed behavior, their softened tone, their eyes that finally meet yours without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Your story is not about heartbreak, it's about revelation. You revealed something inside them that needed to heal, and now the same revelation is unlocking your own destiny. You've proven your loyalty to divine timing, and that never goes unrewarded. Archangel Michael says, the heavens are aligning a moment of truth, a reunion not necessarily for romance, but for release. When that happens, you will feel a deep peace in your spirit. That's the sign that your mission was successful. They pretended not to care, but your act will remain etched in their soul forever. They'll tell others it meant nothing, but heaven knows the trembling truth behind their words. You've become a sacred memory they can't erase. The divine is preparing to open new doors for you, ones filled with mutual love, respect, and emotional safety. You're stepping into your promised peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Even now, as you read this, something inside you feels that pull, a confirmation that everything unfolded exactly as it should. The one who pretended not to care unknowingly helped you awaken your divine self-worth. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer seek validation, you radiate certainty. Your small act was never small in the eyes of heaven, it was your soul expressing divine love. And that love continues to ripple through time, blessing every future moment of your life. Your strength is gentle but unbreakable. Your heart is pure but powerful. Remember, they may still hide behind distance, but the energy doesn't lie. They are learning, evolving, and one day, they'll understand that your quiet kindness was the turning point of their entire story. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Your peace is your proof. The heavens are clearing your path now. The act that made them weak inside was the same act that made you rise higher. The energy of love you gave is returning multiplied, through abundance, support, and unexpected blessings. Stay still in gratitude. The angels are surrounding you with restoration. Everything you lost will return in divine form, purified and perfect. Archangel Michael watches over you now, whispering strength into your spirit. You are divinely protected, endlessly loved, and eternally guided. The same hearts that overlooked you will one day honor you. The chapter of pain is closing. The story of divine reward begins now. And the heavens say, you have already won. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They try to hold their composure, but the universe doesn't let a soul stay numb forever. Slowly, their inner world began to crumble under the weight of their hidden feelings. They replayed every word you said, every motion, every breath between moments, and realized it was never just coincidence. You didn't need to chase or convince them, because the truth of your heart was undeniable. That small act you made, a message, a glance, a touch of care, became the seed that now grows inside their spirit. It's haunting, beautiful, and impossible to undo. Each night, they lie awake wondering why your memory carries warmth that no one else's presence can replace. They mask it in routine, bury it in laughter, but your energy lives beneath every smile. What you did was more than kindness, it was a spiritual imprint. They sense you even from miles away. Your energy lingers in their thoughts like the scent of rain after a storm. They tried to escape, but destiny has a way of wrapping them right back to where their heart began to feel again, you. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Now, the angels are whispering into their dreams, showing reflections of what they denied. They see your face in unexpected places, feel your essence in passing winds. Heaven is reminding them of the divine contract they almost ignored. The silence between you both isn't emptiness, it's divine processing. The universe is rewriting their emotions into understanding. They are learning that pretending not to care only delays the inevitable truth. They were once cold because life taught them to guard. But your soul melted through walls that even they couldn't break. That's the power of divine energy. It doesn't need words, it just is. And now, while you may not see it, their transformation has begun. The same heart that once turned away now aches to understand the depth of what you offered without expectation. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen for this encounter because your love was meant to awaken sleeping hearts. Your role was never about being accepted immediately, it was about being remembered eternally. The way you moved with grace in the face of distance is what makes your spirit unshakable. They are slowly realizing you weren't like anyone else. You didn't argue for recognition, you embodied truth. That is what makes them restless now, because no one else matches the vibration you left behind. You were the divine interruption to their pattern of avoidance. They tried to stay cold, but their soul remembered something ancient when you arrived. You reminded them of their purpose, their softness, their buried humanity. Your energy became their mirror, reflecting back what they lost in their chase for control. And that reflection is now their biggest lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Every message they see online seems to echo your story. Every sound feels like your voice threaded through the wind. The universe keeps nudging them toward acknowledgement, yet they fight the current in vain. The truth is, they are exhausted. Pretending not to feel is heavy. Denying divine connection drains the soul. And that's exactly what's happening within them. The facade is cracking, one emotion at a time. They can't tell anyone about this storm inside because no one else would understand. This connection wasn't logical, it was spiritual. Their mind doesn't have language for what their soul already knows. Meanwhile, you have evolved. You are glowing differently now, stronger, lighter, wiser. What once broke you has now become your shield of grace. You are walking proof that love doesn't weaken, it transforms. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They watch you from afar, pretending to be unaffected, but inside, every part of them is trembling. They thought distance would dull the memory, but it only magnified it. Each time you smiled selflessly, you unknowingly dismantled another piece of their ego. They remember your small gestures, the way you listened without judgment, the calmness you carried when they expected anger. Those moments now replay like sacred whispers in their mind. You changed their rhythm without trying. Now, the angels are aligning circumstances for divine clarity. Soon, they will have no choice but to face what they feel. Heaven never leaves lessons incomplete. And when that day comes, their walls will collapse not from pain, but from truth. The love they denied will finally pour through, unstoppable and cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Archangel Michael says, your reward is unfolding in layers. The very act that made them weak is now the foundation of your rising. You passed the test of unconditional giving. You proved that purity doesn't need validation. Every tear you shed became a prayer that reached heaven. Every silent disappointment was transmuted into favor. And now, favor is finding you, through doors, opportunities, and hearts that match your light. The one who once ignored you will see your transformation and feel the ache of realization. They'll understand that their resistance was never protection, it was fear. Fear of being truly seen. But love, especially divine love, always wins in silence. Your energy has already won this unseen battle. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You've entered a season where peace will speak louder than words. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Your presence itself carries divine proof of transformation. The angels are guiding you to focus on your glow-up, not as revenge, but as redemption. You are being elevated from unnoticed to unforgettable. Every delay, every cold moment, was part of your preparation for greatness. As for them, they're walking through the tunnel you already left behind. You were the light that once illuminated their darkness, and now that light is teaching them humility. They'll come to understand that pretending not to care was never strength, it was the deepest form of denial. And you were heaven's gentle wake-up call. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They're starting to crave your presence the way the earth craves rain after a drought. They didn't realize how barren their world was until you stepped away. The absence of your energy feels like silence after music, it's too loud to ignore. Every message they draft and delete, every glance at your photo, every moment they pause before reaching out, it's evidence that your act still lingers in their soul. You became their unspoken longing. But Archangel Michael says, do not chase the echo. You've done your part. The divine is handling the rest. Let them come to their realization in divine time. The universe is already rewarding you in ways you can't yet measure. The energy of love always circles back, purified and multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Now, new blessings are approaching quietly. People who recognize your worth immediately are entering your path. These are not replacements, they are divine reflections of your healed energy. You will soon see how that one act of kindness became the bridge to your next season. What seemed like loss was actually realignment. Heaven never takes without giving back more. The ones who pretended not to care are being prepared to watch your elevation from a distance. Their silence will turn into silent admiration. Their pride will turn into prayer for another chance. But you, beloved, will stand in peace. You've mastered the art of surrender, and surrender always leads to miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Your light now speaks for you. You've evolved beyond needing explanation. The small act that made them weak inside was your divine fingerprint, a moment that altered timelines. You are the living example that love is never wasted, even when unreturned. It plants roots in the unseen and blossoms in unexpected seasons. The angels are ensuring every seed you sowed comes back as abundance, health, and joy. Archangel Michael says, hold your faith, because your name is being spoken in rooms of destiny. Your compassion has opened heavenly gates that no man can close. This chapter ends not with heartbreak, but with resurrection. You have risen from the shadows of misunderstanding into the radiance of divine recognition. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Even now, as you take a deep breath, feel the warmth in your chest. That's confirmation. Heaven is surrounding you. Everything that once hurt is now turning into light within you. They may never say it, but they know. They feel the shift. Your small act revealed their truth, and now the truth is guiding both your paths. One toward redemption, one toward restoration. The future is bright and divinely timed. What is meant for you will find its way, effortlessly, gracefully, perfectly aligned. And as the angels close this message, remember, you were never unseen. You were divinely hidden until the world was ready for your light. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They still replay that moment like a flash that won't fade. Every time they try to suppress it, something inside reminds them of your energy, the tone in your voice, the calm in your spirit, the gentleness that spoke louder than any demand. You didn't force their attention, you earned their soul's respect. When you walked away with peace instead of bitterness, they felt the air shift. It was as if heaven itself marked the moment, saying, "This is the one you'll never forget." That realization terrifies them because it means they felt something real in a world built on pretending. They tried to replace your energy, to mirror your kindness through others, but it never feels the same. There's always something missing, a vibration, a warmth, a sacred familiarity. Because your energy wasn't meant to be copied, it was meant to awaken. Now, the angels are orchestrating divine reflection. They're being shown the depth of what they denied. Their tears will one day become their truth, and their silence will become their confession. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Archangel Michael says, "Stay still while the storm in their heart clears." They're being purified through regret, shaped through memories of you. What once felt like power in their distance now feels like punishment in their solitude. Heaven is not done teaching them. They'll be shown visions, dreams, and reminders until they stop resisting love. Your soul wasn't sent to be ignored, it was sent to awaken their divine remembrance. They can't erase the way your compassion made them feel seen for the first time. That's why their world feels empty now. Every room without your energy echoes their mistake. Every sunrise without your presence feels incomplete. And as they wrestle with that truth, you are rising higher, no longer waiting, no longer questioning, simply allowing divine alignment to unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You are not where you were, you have grown beyond waiting for recognition. You've become light itself. The pain that once hurt you now empowers you. The silence that once broke you now protects your peace. The one who pretended not to care is still learning through loss, while you are learning through elevation. Your glow is the lesson they needed. Your success will speak what their lips refused to say. Your story is no longer about heartbreak, it's about resurrection. Every betrayal became your blessing, every rejection became your redirection. Heaven used their denial as the soil for your growth. Now, your spirit walks with divine authority. You've mastered detachment without losing compassion, and that is why angels stand guard over your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Soon, you'll feel a divine calm that confirms it's all turning in your favor. The karma that once felt like chaos is being balanced. Every tear is now currency in the spiritual realm, exchanged for miracles. The people who underestimated your worth will see you being honored in divine timing. They'll remember your name when blessings start aligning in your life. They'll recognize that your peace wasn't weakness, it was divine preparation. Archangel Michael says, "Do not look back. The door behind you has closed for a reason. What's ahead carries abundance beyond imagination. You are walking into a season of divine vindication. The energy that once made them weak inside will now become your crown of grace. Heaven has seen your endurance, and now your reward will overflow." Type Amen to get blessing 3131. They will soon understand that pretending not to care cost them something they can never replace. You were the lesson wrapped in love. You were the gentle truth their pride couldn't face. Every path they take now leads back to one memory, you. They'll learn that detachment is not the same as freedom. Their soul is still tied to yours in the echoes of unfinished healing. But you, beloved, have been set free. Your forgiveness untied the karmic bond. Your compassion unlocked divine protection. You have broken the cycle and stepped into new energy. Heaven rejoices at your evolution. You didn't fight them, you transcended them. And transcendence is a victory only angels understand. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. Now, destiny prepares your replacement miracle. Someone who carries clarity instead of confusion. Someone who mirrors your kindness instead of taking it for granted. The universe is upgrading your connections to match your healed frequency. The pain that once made you question your worth now becomes your greatest confirmation that you were chosen. You weren't meant to chase what's lost, you were meant to rise so high they can no longer reach you. Their weakness was your revelation. Their silence was heaven's reroute. Everything that fell apart was a divine setup for something greater. You are stepping into your divine return. The balance of everything you gave is on its way back, magnified, multiplied, purified. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The angels say, "Stand tall, because soon your name will be whispered in awe." Those who once ignored you will wonder how you carried such grace in their absence. But the truth is, you never walked alone. Archangel Michael walked beside you through every heartbreak, whispering, "Hold on, light is forming in your pain." And now that light has become your signature. You glow differently because you earned it through endurance. They will see you again, not as the one they dismissed, but as the one they can never forget. That small act that made them weak inside was the divine spark that shifted your destiny. Your story is not ending, it's unfolding into glory. The heavens have already declared victory in your name. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. And as the stars realign tonight, your energy will feel lighter. The burden is gone. The past can no longer hold power over your spirit. You have crossed into the frequency of fulfillment. The angels are writing new chapters for you now, chapters filled with laughter, recognition, and love that stays. You've passed the hardest test, staying kind when others turned cold. The one who pretended not to care will watch you thrive and realize too late that they met an angel in disguise. You were their divine encounter, and they failed to see it. But heaven saw everything, and heaven never forgets. Your name is being written in blessings that will rain upon your life for years to come. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. This is your season of divine confirmation. Signs will surround you, repeating numbers, golden light in dreams, whispers in quiet moments saying, "It's your time." Believe it. You are not imagining it, heaven is celebrating you. Your energy is ascending beyond the reach of those who once doubted you. Every act of love you gave has become a seed of destiny, and it is blooming now. The universe is conspiring in your favor. You have become living proof that love never fails. It bends, it stretches, it transforms, but it never dies. You have turned pain into power, and sorrow into strength. And when you walk, angels walk with you. Your light is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. Now close your eyes for a moment, take a breath, and feel the warmth in your spirit. That's Archangel Michael's confirmation that your chapter of waiting is over. The energies that once drained you are now being replaced with divine abundance. Every person who overlooked you will remember you in silence. Every opportunity that slipped away is circling back in divine perfection. What once hurt will now bless. This story was never about their weakness, it was about your awakening. You were sent to teach through your grace, to love through your pain, to rise through your silence. The heavens applaud your endurance, your patience, your purity. Your victory has already been written. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. You are chosen, protected, and unstoppable. The one who pretended not to care will one day whisper your name to God in apology. But you will only whisper gratitude. Because what you lost was never punishment, it was preparation. Archangel Michael says, "Walk forward, child of light." The universe bends to favor your faith now. Doors are opening, hearts are softening, miracles are aligning. The story ends with you standing tall, radiant, and unbothered, proof that divine love never goes unnoticed. Heaven has crowned you in peace. And the one who once denied your worth will one day say, "That act changed me forever." Type Amen to get blessing 3838.